On October 21st, IBJ unveils the 2025 Women of Influence. Join us to celebrate Indy's most inspiring leaders and hear the powerful stories behind their success. Don't miss this moment. Register now at ibj.com/influence 2025.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of Monday, October 20th, 2025. I'm Alex Brown. Earlier this month, Jacob Perkins, the Midwest K-12 education manager at Jeffersonville-based manufacturer Amatrol, received the Indiana Chamber's inaugural Emerging Leader of the Year award. He says efforts to connect high school students with opportunities in manufacturing are key to the future workforce.
Our youth are going to be our future workforce. They are going to need to have some of these foundation level skills, all the way from the key employability skills, math, science, communication, all of those, all the way to specific skills in their field.
In his role, Perkins works in 15 states across the Midwest, Mid-Atlantic, and Florida. CenterPoint Energy Senior Vice President of External Affairs Michael Roeder has been promoted to a new leadership position for the company. The Evansville native was named president of the Houston-based company's Indiana service area, which is based in Evansville. CenterPoint Energy serves more than 775,000 gas customers and more than 150,000 electric customers in Indiana. A caucus of precinct committee members on Saturday unanimously elected LaPorte County Councilor Randy Novak as the next state representative for Indiana's 9th House District. Novak will serve out the remainder of the term of former Democratic State Representative Pat Boy of Michigan, who retired on Friday. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Thanks for listening to this IBJ Media podcast. You're probably going to remember this ad. Do you know why? Podcast advertising works. 85% of listeners recalled hearing an ad during a podcast, and 70% of podcast listeners have acted after hearing an ad. So whether you're looking to be heard across the entire IBJ Media Podcast Network, sponsor one of our shows, or just start with a 30-second ad, IBJ Media can help. Contact advertise at ibj.com to learn more.
As Elanco Animal Health settles into its new home in Indianapolis, leaders in Greenfield have turned their attention to the future of the company's former corporate campus and how to use it as an anchor for future innovation.
Elanco opened its doors this month to a $200 million headquarters on the west side of downtown Indianapolis at the site of the former General Motors stamping plant. In Greenfield, a city of about 26,000 people that's 25 miles west of downtown, the company left a 20-acre campus with 5 connected buildings and 224,000 square feet of office and lab space. While Elanco has a lease through mid-2027, the campus's future is in the hands of Greenfield and Hancock County-based businesses and community leaders. They envision a place that will serve as an anchor for a longer-term plan to turn a 6-mile stretch of rural State Road 9 into an agricultural technology and biosciences center called the State Road 9 Innovation Corridor. Last year, HealthStar Partners, a collaboration of real estate and equity investment firm Pride Investment Partners, Independent Health Network Hancock Health, and energy cooperative 9 Star Connect, purchased the campus for $22.3 million. Pride Investment President Stephanie White Longworth said she's interested in attracting companies that can bring high-paying jobs and support the overall vision for the future of the State Road 9 corridor. I'm Mark Mazurek for Inside Indiana Business Radio.
A commercial egg-laying operation in LaGrange County is the latest in northern Indiana to report a case of highly pathogenic avian influenza, or bird flu. The Indiana State Board of Animal Health said the virus is affecting a flock of more than 19,500 birds at the unnamed egg farm. The state says testing will be done at nearby flocks to verify that the virus has not spread to other areas. Commercial duck farms in LaGrange and Elkhart counties have reported cases of bird flu this month, and the Indiana Department of Natural Resources said last week that the virus was either confirmed or suspected in the deaths of wild birds in Greene, Jefferson, and Franklin counties. In South Bend, Mayor James Mueller says there are now more than $1 billion in current or future projects that he says will transform the city's downtown.
We're building on the progress that we've had, and we've had good progress, at least historically, over the past several decades, and this is really moving up to that next level. This is $500 million just on the north side of downtown alone. A lot of new residents it will fill this part of town, bring some more life and vibrancy. and there's then even more, as you said, $1 billion or more in the remainder of downtown.
Among the projects is the Madison Lifestyle District, a $330 million public-private partnership that includes the new Memorial Hospital Patient Tower, as well as 240 apartments, a hotel, retail, and parking. Citizens Energy Group CEO Jeffrey Harrison is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment, and beyond. Available now on the IBJ Media app or your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.
Get a behind-the-scenes look at Indiana's most influential leaders. On Business and Beyond, we go beyond titles and resumes to explore the personal stories, pivotal moments, and hard-won lessons that shape Hoosier leadership. Hear from the people driving Indiana forward in their own words. Subscribe and listen wherever you get your podcast or at ibjpodcasts.com.
The IBJ Media Podcast Network is the soundtrack of a growing state. Indiana is on the move, and you can hear it happening on the IBJ Media Podcast Network. We bring you the voices at the center of our economy, our courts, our companies, and our communities. Subscribe now and be part of the conversation that's building Indiana's future. Find all of our shows by searching IBJ Media in your podcast app or visit ibjpodcasts.com.